What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're seeing me for the very first time, hi, my name is Monica, and thank you for clicking on this video. Please do consider subscribing. Let me introduce myself so that you can know what you're going to get on this channel. I am a Ugandan girl who currently lives in the United Arab Emirates. I have told countless stories about this country, most of which were not really, but we turned a corner, and right now we are on a journey to change the status quo of what it means to be an African girl in the United Arab Emirates. And the reason I am sharing my journey is because I have found it so hard, so demeaning every time I've interacted with someone, especially that is not African. And if they asked me, so you are unemployed, you're looking for a job, they're always thinking you're going to work as a maid. Okay, actually that is the good side. Sometimes it's even worse. But let's talk about, they are thinking you're going to work as a maid. They're thinking you're going to work as a cleaner, and they're thinking that is all you can do. That is all you can do. That's what they think. Like you can't do more than that. In other words, they don't really understand or know at all that there are Africans who are educated, and specifically African girls. I'm not going to talk about the bad things that they will assume of an African girl. So let's say on this channel, I'm sharing my journey. I'm working so hard because, once again, this is not easy. This is like trying to be the first at every step. Look, I'm not going to exaggerate and say I'm the only African girl in the United Arab Emirates that is working in a corporate job. No, I am not. But very, very few can share their journey online. And while I know there are some, because I've seen maybe a few on social media, not that they are sharing the journey the way that I'm going to share mine, but I've seen them say they are working in office, and I'm like, okay, cool. So there are some African girls working in the corporate UAE, in the corporate Dubai. While I have seen them, I have not met any one of them personally. I don't know any one of them personally. And I live in Deira, I live in Ariga, I live in the most African occupied places in the United Arab Emirates. So if I'm not meeting these girls while I am meeting Africans everywhere, which means there are still very, very few, there's a very small, there is little access to information or to groups where you can share knowledge, share ideas, talk about your grievances, because work anywhere is tough, even if it is in Africa. Even if you are working in a corporate office in Africa, it is tough everywhere. There are so many grievances, there are so many things that you go through, there are so many things that you might have to endure for you to take a step ahead. So back to me, I'm sharing my journey because I'm trying to change the status quo, and hope to God my content or my journey is going to be spread across, not just among Africans. Yeah, so if it is spread across, you can always share this video, like it, definitely like. If it is spread everywhere, people will see, oh yeah, that is an African girl, she's doing A, B, C, D. Yes, actually I am currently a marketing manager. I'm currently working in marketing, and I'm marketing for a whole business, and that is something to be proud of. Yeah, I'm good at what I do. Partly it's because I have been a content creator, so my skills or my interests started with me creating content, and this exposed me to more marketing too, because nowadays marketing is all on social media. It exposed me to more marketing, and I picked more interest. Then I started studying business. Yes, that is the other thing. If you're seeing me from the very first time, that is the other thing that you need to know about me. I am doing my master's degree in business administration, and I chose business administration because my career was headed that way anyway. Because when I completed my degree, I started working in sales. So from sales, while I was doing pharma sales, now I branched, of course, when I came to the United Arab Emirates, you're bound to sell all about anything. If the company is hiring, they are selling clothes, yes, you are about to become a fashionista, a stylist. If they are selling cars, believe me, you're about to become a car expert, and you're supposed to learn all about the products that you're selling. So I realized that yes, if I did business administration as my master's, I am going to be all round. I'm going to have business knowledge and apply it in every business that I work for, and also improve on my sales skills. And also, this combined very properly with my marketing and social media experience, ta-da! The marketing manager of a whole business, of a whole company. So in today's video, wow, it is 6 minutes and I haven't told you what we are doing here today. In today's video, I'm not going to give you guys a tour of the ghetto that you can already spot behind me. Look, I work in DIP. I've told this in the previous videos. Most of the legit companies actually have their offices and warehouses in DIP. Well, some might have their offices in Business Bay, but if the company is not quite too big, like they have multiple offices around the United Arab Emirates, you might find if you are working marketing, you might be sitting where the warehouse is because that's where the products are. Anyway, so in today's video, I'm going to teach you guys one of the biggest tips. I don't know if I should say biggest, but the one tip that I always fall back to whenever I want to close a deal. This one tip, it has helped me like countless times. And I know if you're going to join the corporate world as an African from Africa, there is a very high chance you are going to start in sales. And we hope and pray to God that whichever job you're going to get is going to actually at least have a basic salary. I too started with sales. Oh yes, I was still doing marketing because it's a passion that I really have deep interest in marketing. Yes, but I started with sales. And if you close a few deals, you get motivated and obviously you make some money because that's where the money is. In sales is where there is money. Let no one lie to you. Anyway, this tip is, to me, I try to understand what sales is. Like, how can I sell anything to anyone? Even if I'm selling myself in an interview, how can I properly sell myself and someone is going to hire me, someone is going to buy into my story? The way I related it is like to dating. And the reason this came easy to me, I didn't try to analyze what I would do as a woman on a date. I tried to analyze like, what the fuck, this fly? I try to analyze like, what would I want the man to do on a date, especially the first date, for it to go splendid? And I'll be like, oh, that was a great date. I want to go on a second date. This guy is incredible. He knows how to get someone hooked, yeah? So when we are doing sales, back to sales now, usually so many people, so many companies, even some of the biggest sellers that you know, you see their adverts and they are saying, our product is great, our product has all these features, our product is amazing, some of these other people have bought from us. Like brag. And while I know that might sound like, yeah, you know, I'm buying something, I want to know all the specifics. I want to know the data about this product, especially if you're working in technology. Maybe I work in tech. People want to know the specifics. But closing the deal is never about the specifics, because whatever your specifics are, whatever the spec sheet is saying, your TV is 4K, it is 8K, whatever, there is a sister company or a neighbor who literally has the same thing or even better. So when it comes to closing the deal, it always narrows down to the brand. It always narrows down to personality. It always narrows down to the salesperson, yeah? Oftentimes, like when you are in sales, and you're not closing any deals. I know some people who work like in real estate sales. You see other people closing deals, and sometimes you're like, am I the problem? Okay, clearly I can't be the problem because I'm doing my best. I'm calling all these people, I'm calling all my prospects, I'm giving them time. Why am I not closing the deal? What is it about me that I can change to be able to close the deal? So let's go back to the date. If, for example, on a date, this guy comes, he's right in front of you, and he is telling you, so I have a car, and I earn this much. I am the CEO, and so many people love me. Women love me. I have never had an issue getting a woman, so you should love me too. What are you going to do? You are definitely going to run away, like brag, brag, brag. No, like, let me bring this to biology, because you guys know I went to med school. Let me try to put my my degree to some use to explain something to you guys. This is biology, this is science. There are some parts of our body, that came off wrong. There are some parts of our brain, the parts of love, that are not connected to language. The parts of emotion, they are not connected to language. For example, someone can ask you, why do you love this person? And you can't put it to words. Yeah? This guy, you might even list all these things that you love about someone. You can say, oh, he has a car. Oh, he has a great job. He's the CEO. But like I've given you the example, this guy literally just came on a date right in front of you, if you're a woman or gay, and say that I have a car, I have this, I'm a CEO, but you're not going to date them. Reason being, they've not reached out to that part of your brain of love, of emotion. They've not reached to it because it's not connected to language. It's a gut feeling. That's the word. The word is gut feeling. So they've not reached to your gut feeling to convince you to be like, okay, green light, let's date. Now, the same thing when it comes to sales, it is literally copy and paste. So let me switch a little bit when it comes to dating. When it comes to this man right in front of you, instead of saying it the way he has said it and said that, I have a car, I have a good job, I'm the CEO, women love me, you should definitely love me too. If he instead puts it like, yeah, so I am a very passionate person. I am very fulfilled in my job, and that's why I am the CEO. And this job has earned me great things. I own my own car, and I'm very likable. Yeah. You see, it is literally the same words. It's literally the same words, just presented differently. The way you start, the way you communicate, you don't just state facts about, they are true, they're all true, but the way you present them. So when it comes to sales, when you are talking to a customer, don't brag about the product, don't sound like a robot. Instead, reach out to their gut. For example, in the UAE, this is a very competitive market. This is a very, very competitive market. Let me tell you, whatever you think you have, if you think it's unique, think again. Someone has already brought it. Chinese already have it in Dragon Mat. So this is a very competitive market, to say the least. So you cannot say it's about the price. Never say it's about the price, because it is not going to reach the gut feeling of the person before you. So always start with talk about the values of the company. Like, what do you hold dear? You say, this is a company that has established itself as a local brand that is trying to provide solutions. You see, it's not yet about the product. This is about the brand. You guys, I'm going to end this video here for one reason and one reason only. I think there is something that's biting me. Fam, DIP, scary. Look, I don't mean to be so unprofessional when I thought I almost got my rhythm back of creating videos, but something is biting me and I cannot keep it to myself. So this video certainly ends here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.